I am shooting a video that is an Empties video. So the first bag, yes, first bag of Empties doesn't have a lot in it. It's the overflow bag. So this was a sample I got for Benefit's Hydrating Concealer, the Fake Up. And when I get a sample like this, I try them all. I'll use the really light one as like an under eye concealer. I'll use the medium one like as a regular concealer if I have any spots or anything, which is kind of rare. And then I'll use the dark one as a contour. And I really like this. I thought it was very hydrating. It would definitely be something I would look into purchasing. Excuse me, but the problem is I've tried it in the tube, like kind of on the back of my hand. I just don't like how it goes on. And I think on these where the moisturizing piece and the colored piece in the middle were like mixed up together instead of like separate in rings, it just worked better. So I'm not in the hunt for any concealer at the moment. I'm still trying to use up a lot of products. But this could be something I would definitely consider. It was very hydrating, good product. Contact solution, enough said. This is a sample of the Josie Maran Argan Cleansing Oil. I don't use this as you're directed to. I don't put it on a dry face and then splash with water. I get my hands wet, work it into like a emulsified and use it, and I think it works just as well. I double cleanse anyway, so I don't think that's a problem. But I liked this. I kind of like the smell of it, and I like when the water first comes in contact, it heats up. You can feel like a definite temperature increase and it gets real tacky. And I thought it worked really well, so it would be definitely something I would consider purchasing in the future, although I don't have any plans to at the moment. I used up a box of Raspberry Emergency. I've spoken about this before. I take Emergency pretty much every morning with my other vitamins, just as a nice little vitamin C boost to keep my immune system healthy. This is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. You can only get this, I've only ever seen it in Walgreens or offline. I like Jordana a lot. I think this is like $1.99, $2.99. It's cheap. I've just had it for a long time and it's getting kind of off, so I knew I needed to get rid of it, but it still wasn't completely dried out. And I just really like this mascara. It's very wet formula, so if you're not a person that likes a wet formula, I would say get it, open it up, you know, get some air to it, let it dry out a little bit, and then you'd probably like it. But I really like this. This little container, that's like nothing, is a sample container from Sephora, and it contained the Lorac I'm So Sensitive, I believe it was Lorac, I'm So Sensitive primer, foundation primer, and I liked it. I think it worked well. I actually used the last of it today, so I think it works well, but it doesn't work better than any of the others I have. The smell is kind of unusual, and it kind of looks like Elmer's glue. The texture reminds me of like Laura Mercier foundation primers. So it's good. It is meant to be for someone who's sensitive to fragrance, certain ingredients that are in a lot of makeup, and so if you have a sensitive complexion, you may want to check this out. The last thing in this bag is my Cookies for Santa candle. Now this came from Walmart and it's huge. It's a 3-wick candle. It won't burn anymore, just that little bit down at the bottom. It's the size of like a large Bath & Body Works candle, and it cost me, I don't see the price on here, but I think it was $4.99. It was something like that. $4.99, $5.99, no more than that. I'm pretty sure it was $4.99. And it smells exactly like sugar cookies. It smelled so good, and I love this candle, and I burned it pretty much every night until it was gone, and I wish I had it back, and it was wonderful. I don't mind spending the money for a Bath & Body Works candle, but I want it to be a unique scent, or a scent that I just absolutely adore. Not this season, but this time last year, 2012, they had one called Fresh Baked Bread, and I was obsessed with Fresh Baked Bread. And I was like totally planning to stock up on that this year to have it all year long, and they didn't come back out with it. So my life was ruined. and I wasn't really sold on any of their scents this year. So I wasn't going to spend $22 on a candle that I wasn't sold on when there was a delicious smelling one at Walmart for $4.99. Next bag of empties. Oh, this I got from Walmart. I keep these little caps, packs of these little caps around before I wash my hair. I like to put, the organic coconut oil, at least through, like, from here down in my hair, and walk around with this on, and sometimes I'll even sleep in it, pin it on and sleep in it, and it's just a little shower cap to help help the conditioner sink into my hair better and give it like a really deep condition. I used all of my cranberry vitamins. These are good for your kind of urinary tract health. So I take these every day, keep myself from getting like a urinary tract infection, try to help with that. I finally used up the Shiseido facial cotton that I bought forever ago. Why did it take me so long to use this up? I do not like the Shiseido facial cotton. I must be the only person in the world. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy because the price of it is like astronomical for cotton. But I think it's almost too soft. They have these cotton rounds that are called like exfoliating cotton rounds, not the ones for gritted for taking off your nail polish, because those are tough, but there's ones that are called exfoliating rounds, and they're a little round cotton round, and it's got a little bit of texture on it, and I think they're the best thing in the world. They give you a mild exfoliation. They're great for applying your toner and stuff. Well, these were just so soft. First of all, they soaked up so much product, and secondly, they were just so soft. I don't know. I just thought they were way too soft. That's just me, I guess, but I will not at this point ever plan to repurchase these. I'll stick with my $2 bag of exfoliating cotton rounds from CVS. This is a bottle of the Chlorine Soothing Eye Makeup Remover with cornflower water. Whoop. I had bought 3 of these when I saw them on sale at Walgreens. I've got about that much left in the last bottle. I don't have any plans to repurchase this. I prefer, you're starting to be able to get micellar waters over here, and I prefer to use that to take off my eye makeup before I wash my face. But I will continue to use these up. And even though they're supposed to be soothing and gentle on your eyes, although they take off the makeup well, I find that it does sting my eyes a little bit. So I will not be repurchasing this. This is the Win by Chaz Dean Sweet Almond Mint Re-Moist Intensive Hair Treatment. All gone. Smells like sweet mint, I guess. It worked pretty good. I have been using Kerastase or Kerastase, however you say it, off and on for a few years, and I think that kind of works the best for my hair, but this didn't do a terrible job. On my mom's hair, it worked really great. And although my mom does have really thick hair, she's also completely white, which I am not. So I have ethnic hair. So it didn't work as well on my hair as it did on her hair, but it definitely worked. And used to have to get this offline, and now you can buy it in a Sephora store. So if you're interested, you can go check it out. This is supposed to be like the more hydrating than just the regular Win cleansing conditioner. This was the Freeman Facial Hydrating Paper Mask in Blue Agave. Worked pretty well. The one thing I dislike about these, and people say that they reuse them, I just think it's unsanitary to like reuse these masks. Like, that's gross. You laid it on your skin and got all your germs, and you're gonna fold it back up and put it back in a moist environment and then put it back on your skin. No. But the one thing I dislike is that they're so wet. Like when you take them out, it's the hottest mess, like dripping liquid everywhere, and like when you're putting it on your face, I don't know. But I did like how this worked. It did make my face feel very moist. I don't remember what it smelled like, and the packaging doesn't smell anymore, but it was only like $1 or $1.99, so I would potentially buy this or others like it again. I have this Aveeno Baby Continuous Protection Sunblock Lotion SPF 55. I don't know if you can tell, but it's still got lotion in about to here. But this is long expired. I've had this for years. So, okay. I know this sounds awful. I live in Florida, but I hate the beach. I don't go out in the sun often. About the only time that I use sunblock is if I go to like a theme park. I try to get primers, facial primers, that have SPF in them, so I can make sure my face has SPF, or a daily moisturizer that has SPF, and then I just kind of let the rest go, which is terrible, but this one's definitely expired, but I liked it while it worked, and it was for babies, so I thought it would be better for you than regular adult sunscreen. This is my little baby old bottle of Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray. The reason I'm not keeping this, because you could keep refilling it, is that I got, with the Sephora perk, it had like a little kit that had another mini bottle in it, and I've had this one for so long, I thought I will replace that one. Calm down. I will replace this one with that one, because this one's just so old and kind of gross, and maybe it's just time. So, getting rid of this, but I love All Nighter. I always have it on me. And we're back in the bag. This is the second of the Suave Wild Cherry Blossom that I spoke about that I used to love. I love the smell of, but just doesn't work for me anymore. And there's zero reason for me to keep around something that makes me sweat and have huge pit stains. So I went back to the Dove, kind of more intense, and these, when I bought it, it was like 2 in a pack, so this has like not been used at all, but it's gotta go. This is the Revlon 710 Not Just Nudes Illuminance Cream Shadow. I don't know if you can still get this. If you like nude colors and cream shadows and you can't, I recommend it. This was on my products to use up, and I'm getting rid of it because I'm trying to stick more to the when beauty expires. Not necessarily like powders, because I feel like a lot of powders, it's like, oh, throw it out in a year. I'm like, hunty, it's a powder, and I keep it clean. But like the creams, and especially this one, because it's just like, you put your hands in it and you put it on your eye. I don't know, and I've had it for years. So, and I've used up quite a bit of it. So I just thought it was time for it to go. So that's going. This is a mini bottle of BioTrue Contact Solution. My favorite. This was another sample from Lush that I forgot about, and the writing like completely wore off. But it was the rose, not the rose argan, but like the rose body wash, and it just used to smell really good, and now it smells off. So that's going in the garbage. This was a sample of Rose Argan Body Conditioner, which is like, oh, my favorite thing in the world, the smell of it. And I use that all up, all gone, every last drop. I love it so, so much. It's like my favorite thing in the whole wide world. This was the Sally Hansen Maximum Growth Cuticle Pen. It's like the marzipan scent. I quite like this. It's easy to use. You just twist it. Some comes up out of there, like the steel lip glosses. You paint it on your cuticle and rub it in. It's a bit less sticky than the Burt's Bees and a bit less messy than the Butter London, although I prefer the scent of the Butter London, so this is something I would repurchase. This was in a Birchbox I got a million years ago. It's a Lid Last Shadow Pen from Pixie in Gilded Mink. It can't be sharpened or twisted up, so once you used up what was there, it's gone. And it was just a really pretty kind of, I'll show you, there's enough left to show you the color. Like, just a taupe, like a light taupe color. So I would recommend these, they work quite well. This was the NYX Eyebrow Shaper, the wax stick. And it got down to where it was hard to sharpen and the wax part broke off and it can't be used anymore. So I have one now that I've been using. I use this every day, so already repurchased. This was a mini bottle of the Josie Maran 100% Pure Argan Oil. I used up forever ago and I just found the bottle sitting around, so that had to go. and I like this, and I just cashed in 100 points at Sephora for a small bottle of the light version. I use this as facial oil and sometimes on my hair. This was a sample of the Boscia facial oil, the Subaki oil or whatever. I absolutely love this, especially if you live in a hotter climate or you're not super dry and you want something that's thinner than, say, the Clarins, the Nude oil. This is oily, gross. Then that's a great option because it's very thin and very light. This was a lysine ointment. Lysine is good for oral health. If you have cold sores, it's good for that. And I didn't use a lot of this, but I've had it for so long. And I found it and literally went, I've had that for like 6 years. And I just thought, I don't really use this anymore. I don't use it as a lip, I don't use it like a chapstick. I just use a chapstick, and if I get a cold sore or something, I buy something to treat the cold sore, like a Breva. And you can, if you want to stock up on lysine in your body, you can take it as an oral supplement as well. They sell it in pill form. So I thought this was just one more thing hanging around that I needed to get rid of. But this, I believe, if you're interested in this particular type, you can get it at GNC in America. Wedding drops for contacts. It's actually stuck in here. It's actually stuck. Gross. Got it. Ripping up a sample of Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I kind of think all eye primers are the same. I've yet to find one that I think is so much massively better than the others, so take all the samples when I can get them. This is the Nivea A Kiss of Olive Oil and Lemon, and I had this forever. There's like that much left. And I saw Tiffany D talking about how much she loves it and the smell. Makeup by Tiffany D, whatever. I've reached a point where I cannot stand the smell of this, so it's got to go. I use the honey one. This one literally, like, when I smell it. I don't know why, because I really liked it when I first got it, and it hasn't changed since. But I just can't. So it's like giving me goosebumps. I hate the smell so much, so that's gone. Last 3 things. The first one is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I've used it all up, and I need to get a new one because I need that not bleeding on the bottom. So I have to purchase a new one of those. This is my YSL Shocking. It's like all out. Smells weird now. This is like my favorite mascara. So once I use up the ones I have, even though I'm like such a you can use drugstore products, this is the mascara that I get the most compliments on. So I actually want to try the baby doll version of this in comparison to just the YSL Shocking and Fossils, and see which of those I like better. And then this is the Revlon Just Bitten Lip Stain and Balm in Passion. This was tried out a while ago, but I love, you've heard me say this before, the balms on these things, so I kept it to use up the balm, but now it's gone. That's a piece of plastic. So now the balm's all gone, so it's time to trash it. So that's it. That was all my empties that I've been hoarding forever, and aren't you glad they're gone? I sure am. Over 20 minutes on this empties video, so it's time to go. So, bye!